What's poppin' and why? You already know it's your host, Mr. CAKEAVE, in the building, live on YouTube. You already know I'm your host here with the #1 DJ in the world, DJ Personified. Here this week. Happy New Year's, G. You already know 2018. We in the building. You already know. Happy New Year to all our viewers. Hits us on the rebroadcast behind the scenes. You already know we got a lot of big things. You know, we're gonna tell you how the New Year's been coming in. You already know we doing it real big here on YouTube. You already know it's a great time, man. You want to check us out? Make sure you check out nyc.weebly.com. Make sure you check that out. If you want to hit me or DJ Personified up, make sure you hit them at djpersonified@gmail.com and Mr. CAKEAVE Beats at gmail.com. Let's go. Top 3 topics. First top 3 topics of 2018. Let's get it started. And you know it wasn't going to be a 2018 without some Trump Twitter beef. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trump got Twitter beef talking about missiles and buttons and everything they doing. It started with Kim Jong-un talking about he got a button right on his desk, and then Trump going back and forth with him, tweeting in and doing all this other shit. So, should a president be tweeting all of that shit? I don't really think so. You know what I'm saying? What's your opinion on that, Personified?
Trump is gonna get us in trouble.
I think we already in trouble, but I think he's kind of instigating it. Instigating problems and shit that's going on. So, that's a real big no-no. So what he's doing, using this Twitter shit to really, instigate a war or something like that, or I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe because he's older, he's trying to take us all down with him. You know what I'm saying? Like if he die, he want everybody to go with him. Fuck it. Yeah, because he probably feel like everybody going there anyway, right? So Trump, hell no, we ain't trying to go with you, nigga. We still young, player. We try to live our life, make some millions. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going on with that shit. So hit us in the cake room. Let us know what you think. We live here on Twitter. You already know. Before we get further into let me just hit some people up. You already know that they wanted me to send them the link while we doing the show. So I'm definitely going to do that. Shout out Wapo. Shout out CAKEAVE boys. You already know. We in the studio. We working on a new projects. You could check out our old mixtapes on SoundCloud and ReverbNation.com on 1, 2, and 3. Make sure you check it out. You already know. Got some bangers, orange and blue, with me and Wapo. Just tweet up so I could share it. It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. Let us know what y'all did for y'all New Year's. There's real big stories in New York. Let me just share this with hold on. Trying to send this tweet out. Yeah, we live right now on YouTube. Trying to send this out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know we in the building. Top 3 stories of the week, bringing in 2018. You already know. Number 2 story. The The weather, man. They talking about they had snow in Florida, man.
Right.
They talking about it was so cold, iguanas was falling off the wall or the trees or some shit. Like, yo, like that's crazy out there. That weather got to be crazy out there for them to be like that. Seeing people in North Faces, it's crazy.
North Faces in Fort Lauderdale.
It's like they can't really catch a break down there, my G. It's like Florida has been hit with so much shit, my nigga, and people really think it's like all paradise down there. I think it really started heavy with that shooting, right? It seems like after that shooting, it's just been nonstop for them over there. I mean, you already know, man. I hope everybody out there is good, man. You already know. Let's keep it going. Number 3, top 3 story of the day. You already know. Bringing in 2018. Netflix is taking the FCC to court. Thank God somebody is stepping up and trying to, because that's probably going to affect them seriously. You know what I'm saying? And the way they money is coming in, they probably like, nah, y'all can't do that. Because then you're going to slow my money up. You slowing my money up from different apps because you wanted to make a way for other people to capitalize off of it. But I just capitalized off of it because I'm doing all these originals. Netflix, they really became like another provider, like a cable network. You know what I'm saying? They got their own original shows. They got their own, original series. They got a lot of different things. A lot of people. That new movie with Will Smith was on that. It was on that Netflix. They talk about it wasn't good, but a lot of people watched it. So you already know, man, that net neutrality and all this shit that's going on. You already know it's getting crazy. So Netflix is going to court, taking them to court, and I think that's just going to be the first one to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to open the doors for a lot of other people to come in and say, nah, this is really going to affect our money, and we ain't trying to hear with that. Those are your top 3 stories bringing in 2018. A lot of news, a lot of shit going on. You already know the most popping topics of the week here on What's Poppin' and Why every week. Yes, sir. Keep it going. Now we doing trending stories, trending topics, things that was going on this week. They found a cure for the blind, my G. They found a cure for the blind, but it's just going to cost you $1 million. It's like, damn, like you find something and then nobody can afford it. So hey, well, that's a big thing, but it's just gonna cost too much. You know what I mean? People are just gonna stay blind. For everybody doing music, all different things on platforms. If y'all don't know, SoundCloud has dropped its quality without nobody knowing. You know what I'm saying? If you use SoundCloud, they dropped your quality down, I think by half, my G. I don't know what's going on, but that happened, and I know it's gonna affect a lot of people. This week, man gets punched and falls into the train tracks. That was a crazy story. You know what I mean? To me, that was a crazy story because a lot of times people was on the train, a lot of things go on, but for somebody to fall into the tracks and pass, it's like, that's a big thing, man. Our prayers and condolences go out to everybody. A lot of things. It's just so crazy, man. It's crazy. Speaking of the MTA, speaking of them, they get a C- this week. MTA, it was a holiday, so I guess they, got away with it. But and full-fledged prime time, everything kicked back in next week. They probably gonna get an F again. But that was they and I think they're trying to change the shit. They got a lot of construction, a lot of things going on. So this, these following months, a lot of trains and buses and all that is gonna be real different. So make sure you stay tuned with that. I talked about it in one of my other shows. The dog that got duct tape, the dog's duct tape, mouth was duct tape and all that. You know, the dog actually survived, my G, and the dog is actually doing better, man. So, you know, that's something that I love, man. I love hearing that. I love hearing that, you know, the dog survived and, you know, is doing better and all that. And the motherfucker who did that shit, you know, fuck you, man. I really hate your ass. Real talk. You already know, in the building live. Shout out DJ Personified on the ones and twos. You already know, every week we in the building. Uh-huh. It's one of my favorite beats right here. Uh-huh. Excuse me. This week, I don't know if you heard about it. Woman killed a 7-year-old because of the problems or the beef that it had with the baby daddy or something like that. I don't know if there's a heaven or hell, but if there is a hell, I hope you burn in that shit. For real. I feel like there's no excuse for that type of shit. There's no excuse for certain shit. And I don't like it. You should have saw her picture in the shit, my G. She looked like.
I don't even want to look at her, bro.
She looked like she was just.
I don't even want to look at a person like that, bro. Straight up. That's just bananas, man.
She really she looked just like she was done, and you know, like I said, she was on her Trump shit. She wanted to take as many people down with her as she could. You know what I mean? Keep it going. Cali selling bud this week. Cali finally opened up, started selling bud out there, crazy.
Yeah, but that's an illusion because the feds can still run up on you.
Yeah, they can run up on anybody though.
The city cops ain't gonna do nothing, but the feds will run up on you.
Everybody gonna get run up on, man. Nobody care about that shit. Keep it going. Man murders a woman and its 11-year-old daughter, man. You know, it's just so crazy, man. The way this shit is going down. You lose your mind and you kill a child. You know, just like the other story when the woman killed the child. It's just like I don't understand how you could get to that level. I just don't. Somebody explain this to me. Somebody with a degree, somebody with a master's, you know, or a couple, you know what I mean? Some kind of education. Please let me know why these people is doing what they doing, you know. Maybe I gotta Google that. You know what I'm saying? What's those little machines that talk? I want to ask them some questions. You know what I'm saying? What?
Google joint?
Yeah. Why these people? Why did it someone? It'll probably give you the politically correct answer. It was jealous of the of the baby father. This week, my G, it was so crazy. I seen something that the church was in session, and the dude on the screen, he put some porno. Like I guess he was watching porno. And then when they was in the service and he turned the shit on, it was like the porno came on. You a bum for that. How you even gonna do that? Like, how you even gonna do that? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever you do in your home or when you know, on your own time, you gonna do it in the church on a big screen TV. Like, all right. I don't know what to say to that one. Yes, sir. We in the building. Mr. MRCAKEAVE, DJ Personified, YouTube, live every week. You already know we in the building. Holla at us. We live right now on YouTube, going through the trending stories. And And this week, you know, Curry is still trying to buy the football team with Diddy, man. They really trying to buy that team, man. Imagine that. Colin Kaepernick, Curry, Diddy, a whole bunch of niggas just really own certain shit. You know, they trying to jump on it. They trying to jump on it right now. You already know, man. I would jump on that.
That's big bread, big bread.
I'll jump on that. That's catapulted my caliber right now. You know what I'm saying? I went from just being a basketball player to a owner of a, you know, NFL league or NFL company. That's money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building. Mr. CAKEAVE. What's popping and why? With your host, Mr. CAKEAVE. DJ Personified in the building on the ones and twos. You already know. We're about to do the recap of the show. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you to everybody showing us love. Everybody on Twitter, Pinterest, the website, everything that's going down, man. I really appreciate the love. We're going to have bigger and better shit for y'all coming soon. Make sure y'all stay tuned. We got a lot of big things coming up. So make sure y'all stay tuned. If y'all want to be on the website, make sure you hit me up at Mr. CAKEAVE. You already know we in the building. Top three topics recap. You already know. Number one, Trump's Twitter beef starts 2018 with nuclear bomb buttons and this and that. You know, big, you know, big dudes be thinking, you know, they got a button for the car. They think it's big, you know. But these niggas is the button to the end of the world. Like, nigga, like, I got this right here. You know, and it's like, he like, I got this too right here. He's like, that shit don't run. That shit ain't, come on, man. You don't tell me you don't got one aide or one person that sits with Trump and says that's not good. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea to do that. His advisors. Top second story of the show. Snow in Florida. Everybody's going crazy. Iguanas freezing the trees. People wearing snorkels and North Faces and all that. It's crazy, man. The weather down there is crazy. It seems like Florida can't catch a break. You know, but for everybody over there, keep your head up. You know what I mean? You already know. Three story of the show. Netflix taking the FCC to court over, you know, this net neutrality and everything changing. And I think that's going to open a door for a lot of people to come in and file lawsuits and open up these problems. Because they trying to change this shit to a point where it's going to affect people's money. You already know. Those are your top three stories. Recap of the trending stories this week. They got the cure for the blind. But, you know, the cure for the blind is like $1 million. You know, unless you only got one eye that's blind. Then it's just $500,000. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for the low price of $1 million, you get your eyesight back. You know, they holding you down. You know what I mean? They give you a receipt and everything. Yeah. SoundCloud, they changing their a lot of people using SoundCloud. So, you know, I don't know if you know, but they dropped your quality. Make sure you look into it. I think by half. Keep it going. MTA this week gets a C minus. They, you know, I guess they got lucky because of the holidays and, you know, certain shit. Man gets punched and falls into the tracks. You know, you got to be real careful when you're on these trains, man. And, you know, you going to work, coming from work, a lot of shit is going on. So many people don't care, but, you know, you really got to be careful, man, for real. Keep it going. One story that, you know, touched me and I really enjoyed this show was that dog that had the tape on his mouth and was, you know, left out like garbage is actually okay and making a recovery, and the dog is actually doing really good. So, you know, that's the story I love to hear. You know what I'm saying? Something, you know, something so small, but something that really, you know, it's like, you know, I love dogs, I love animals, so that was definitely a good story. Women kills 7-year-old. You know, is this what the world's coming to? This is what the world's coming to. Everybody is coming out here and that's what it is. Maybe because they can't do it to anyone else. That's the most oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Um is that what it's really all about? Because you can't do it to anyone else, so you're gonna pick on a child. I don't know. Keep it going. Cali sells weed this week. First week, Cali is selling weed legally. Um, but I think, you know, a lot of people talk about that with the weed, right? And they talk about how the weed is legalized. You were saying it a little earlier that the feds can still run up on people and all that. But isn't that the same thing with like the death penalty? You know, in certain states they choose to, in other states they don't. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of things are different in a lot of different places. So I feel like weed is like literally the least of your worries. You know what I'm saying? Because they have judgments that really will take your life. You get what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
No, I agree 100%, bro.
It's gonna be legalized. Mark my words. Keep it going. Another man murders a woman and her child, 11-year-old daughter. You know, condolences go out to your families and everybody. You know, and your. I just, you know what I'm saying? I can't have that. I just can't wrap my mind around that. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is, but that shit is just a very sad story, and a lot of things really bother me. Now I feel like there's really no reason for you to be doing those things, but you know, that's life, and a lot of unfortunate things happen. A little lighter news: the in the church they had the porno on the screen. I guess the head dude was watching it, and then when he turned it on, it had the porno come up. You know what I mean? Like, you that stupid. You that stupid. You know what I'm saying? You really thought you was gonna get away with it. That's what you really felt. You know what I'm saying? And then you got caught. It's like, your church got to go out of business for that. For real. You might as well just close your doors down. I don't really even think they could be like a switch off. Like, oh, all right, he's fired. He ain't here no more. And we got some. Nah, man, you got to close this whole shit down. You know the kind of nasty business that been going on in here? You got to close that down immediately. And Steph Curry still trying to buy into the NFL with P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. You already know Colin Kaepernick was trying to jump on that too. You know, a lot of people is really, really interested in making power moves and doing really big things. So, you know what I mean? What y'all think about that? Hit us up in the cake room, live in the chat room. You can let us know what you think. We in the building live on YouTube. What's popping and why? This week was a real crazy week. It was New Year's. You know, everybody was, you know, going crazy. I didn't really hear too much fireworks in the hood like that, like I normally, you know what I mean? On a New Year's. Maybe it was too cold for that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let them know. Hey, we in a building. now it's the time of the story or the show to talk about the story that really impacted us the most. This week it was that dude that killed that woman and the child, man, and that's where it's coming down to, that people is taking shit into their own hands and really I can't understand that, man. I really can't understand how you could do certain things to children. We had two stories on the show today of children being murdered. It's becoming a pattern. It's happening so much, man, and it's a shame, man. It's a real shame. Like I said, man, we feel for y'all. Our prayers and condolences go out to y'all. For real. Please, be safe. It's a crazy time, man. It's a crazy time, man. I want to thank all of y'all for joining us this week on the show. We live every week on YouTube. You already know, in the building with Mr. CakeAVE, DJ Personified on the ones and twos. You already know, man, it's going down. What's poppin' NY? You already know. Check out mustseenyc.weebly.com. Send me your songs, your tracks, your videos to @Mr. CakeAVE on Twitter. You already know, we in the building. I just want to shout out everybody, everybody on CakeAVE, WAPO. We got real big things coming for y'all real soon, so make sure y'all stay tuned. DJ Personified @gmail.com, Mr. CakeAVE Beats @gmail.com. You already know. Like I always say, until next week, stay up and stay strong, NY.